All right, I'm here with Barczak. It's nice to meet you. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you too.
So right now we got a great event going on right now. Beat the Streets, Step into the Circle. Obviously UPS, they do great things with Beat the Streets. What does wrestling mean to you and UPS as a whole?
Wrestling means to me is defining a person's character, right? When I look at what wrestling is, it's grit. It's not if you win or if you lose. It's just stepping on the mat. I mean, I think you see that today. A lot of people just stepped on the mat knowing they're probably going to lose, but they went out there, got in front of a group of people, and I kind of equate that to business, right? When I look at business, you can't be afraid to take chances. You can't be afraid to, sometimes stumble a little bit, but usually a wrestler who has some grit is going to do great in business. So that's why UPS, we look for a lot of wrestlers that are out there. A lot of our operations, a little more blue collar, that's a white collar job, but when you have that wrestling behind you, those folks seem to excel. So I really like teaming myself up with people like that. I like what wrestling stands for. I love what UPS stands for, and it's a great fit together. So that's really why I'm for it. My son's a wrestler, so I can tell you this, that I love what the sport's done for him. I love what the sport's done for my family. And, if I can help people bring that to families, help kids that can help get along, with their careers, get into colleges, that's really why I'm here. And that's why I love being a part of this organization.
Now, you mentioned, you love wrestlers, the determination, the grit they have. What do you think of Beat the Streets as a whole? They're a great program. They bring kids up, from, low-income situations to, evolve them into great futures, great lifestyles.
Right. That's really the biggest thing that I like about it. When my son and I were going to a lot of tournaments, we'd always see the Beat the Street wrestlers. And I got to tell you, I just had true admiration for him because, I watched a lot of kids grow up. I look like a Lenny Merkin. I mean, I watched him grow up from youth wrestling. Now he goes to Princeton, right? So I look at what that's done. So really what I look at is us taking a look at integrating those middle school, because that's really the biggest, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. If we can get kids to be introduced to wrestling, might not been able to be introduced to wrestling, and we can help provide some of that funding, I think it's outstanding. Then what they can do in high school and then afterwards is evident by folks like Lenny Merkin and some of the other great Beat the Street folks like yourself going to Mount St. Vincent. So that's great. Good deal.
And last thing, if you had to give a word of advice to, a young kid interested in joining the sport of wrestling, what would that be?
I would say do it, 1, and I would say 2, be prepared to work hard, and then be prepared to take that on to your studies, take that onto your work life, and that's what I think it will do for you. I think it'll help you with all 3 of those things.
And I know I said that was the last question, but I have one more. What would you, say to someone who's trying to, be as successful in life as you are? Like, what were some of the things you did to get to where you are? Obviously, hard work, determination. How would you, explain to someone how you got to where you are and then have them, try to live a great lifestyle like yourself?
Well, I would say, thank you for that. But I would definitely say it's, you have to have hard work, determination. You can't be afraid to lose, right? And you can't be afraid to, someone beats you, what do? You just try harder. Right, and I think that's what wrestling kind of does for you, is that, you're never going to get the promotion right away. You're never going to get the job right away. But if you keep going at it, you keep working hard, I really think that's the advice I'd give to anybody. And I really think that's what I did, and that's what I'm nothing special, but that true determination and grit, that's what it does for you. So thanks.
Thank you very much.
Yep.